Hi, and welcome back to Mark's Music Catalogue. Now, I'm going to talk about an album which came out in 1977, and it was a very experimental album, and in my opinion, it was quite ahead of its time. It's this one, by Godley Creme and Kevin Godley, and Consequences. Musically, I think it's brilliant. There are a few parts that I'm a bit about, but most of it is amazing. Like I say, it was released in 1977. It did chart. I think it made about number 52, something like that. But as for what time of the year, I don't know. I can't seem to find that out. However, it's, if you like, it's a concept album. Well, it is a concept album, and it was an album that was done to promote a little gadget that Kevin Godley and Godley Creme invented called the Gizmotron. If you go online, you'll see lots of pictures of it. But what it basically is, it's like a little gadget that fits a bridge, if you like, that fits over the strings of the guitar, and it bows the strings. And the sounds that it comes out with sounds like an orchestra. And there's all sorts of different things that they did. I think when they were recording this album, I think they worked on something like 3 minutes a day, or something silly like that. Because don't forget, it was the days before sampling sounds on synthesizers and loops and goodness knows what else. So it was pretty much homemade, a lot of it. And I actually think it's pretty good, pretty damn good. And there's some really good stuff on it. Now, the first the first disc, it was originally released as a 3 LP box set. And the first LP is mainly instrumental, apart from, I think there's a song on there called Honolulu, but most of it's instrumental. And disc, the second vinyl is like a playlet, if you like. And the playlet is Peter Cook, who wrote it and did all the voices, and his then girlfriend, a lady called Judy Huxtable, I believe, also did one of the voices of the female characters. Now, you could say it was describing the story of man's last defence against an irate nature. So it was ahead of its time. It really was. There's some great one-liners in there, there really are. A wonderful character called Mr. Blint. It's you'd have to listen to it really to really understand what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it was also, there is a wonderful song on there called Lost Weekend, and it's Kevin Godley and Sarah Vaughan, excuse me, with doing a duet. So some of it was also used, if I remember rightly, for a cigar commercial, which was shown at the pictures back in those days. Some bits and pieces have been used here and there. 2 singles were actually released from it. I think it was meant to be a double A side, 5 o'clock in the morning, plus The Flood. Now, if you go onto YouTube and just type in Godley and Creme 5 o'clock in the morning, you'll see an old performance of them on Top of the Pops, actually performing 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's probably worth a look at. It's not a spellbinding, fantastic track, but it's a nice, easy, relaxing type of melody, mainly piano. But it's a really nice track, though. As Godley and Creme, we all know Godley and Creme, of course, Godley Creme and Kevin Godley. They were a duo themselves when they did this, and when they departed from 10cc. They did a few albums. Everybody remembers Under Your Thumb, or what was the other one, Strange Apparatus. Of course, well known for Cry, that fantastic video of the changing faces in Cry. And of course, then they went their separate ways, 88, 89, something like that. I think Kevin Godley did a lot of solo projects. He did an album called One World, One Voice, which is an album I'm going to try and feature on this one day in the near future. And Godley Creme, of course, went on with Trevor Horn and joined the Art of Noise. So, yeah, they're both still around. I don't know if they've retired or not, but fantastic musicians either way. So yeah, now the highlights for me on this, probably the instrumental right at the beginning called Seascape, where it was done again with the Gizmotron, and it is, if you play it with headphones, it is an amazing sound. It really, I mean, they tied it up. This is obviously a remastered edition which came out last year, I think. and the sound is just fantastic. It really is. And the other one that highlight for me is probably a track called Sailor Immobilization, and it's sort of a talky song. The words really are clever, very, very clever. So you can hear it still. I mean, you can either spend a few quid and get the DVD, the CD, or there are plenty of copies of it on YouTube. Lots of people have uploaded it onto their channels and what have you. It's worth a listen. Like I say, it's quite a lot to take in. It's quite a lot, a long album, 3 discs. But so yeah. So there you have it, Godley and Creme, Consequences. I remember watching an interview with Kevin Godley, I think it was, and I said I think because it was actually, although they released it, it was being charged at a silly price at the time. It was a commercial disaster, but musically it's brilliant. And I think Kevin Godley said they ended up calling it Consequences. For whatever reason, he had his reasons, but no, I know they both, reading the little booklet in here, they both speak very highly of the work they did on it, and they're both very proud of it, and so they should be. So there you go, Godley and Creme, Consequences. Go onto YouTube, have a listen. Anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and remember, stay indoors, stay safe, protect the NHS. See you again, guys. Bye.